Impeachment, American Crime Story, some facts about Monica Lewinsky. Some of the 90s generation and above may still be too young to understand the Clinton-Lewinsky scandal that leaked in 1998. But the name of this former White House staff member was very shocking to the world at that time. It was early 2017, and the former White House intern, turned Clinton paramour, had only recently reclaimed her narrative, a Herculean task that began in earnest with an empowering TED Talk and an essay in Vanity Fair. Monica Lewinsky wasn't too keen on having her own past revisited. Who could blame her? She'd been only 22 when she entered into a secret and ultimately profile-destroying affair with the president, who was 27 years her senior and infinitely more powerful. Monica Lewinsky has opened up about the surreal experience of reliving re-traumatizing scenes for the next installment of the American Crime Story anthology series, which will center around the events that led to Bill Clinton's impeachment in 1999. It has been around 20 years since the revelation of the scandal that nearly led to the impeachment of the 42nd President of America. And what's Monica Lewinsky's latest like? 1. Monica Samili Lewinsky was born July 23, 1973 in San Francisco. She was born into a wealthy family. Monica's father, Bernard Lewinsky, is an ophthalmologist. After the divorce, her mother married Art Peter Strauss, the former director of Voice of America. You could say her family background is quite prominent. 2. Monica managed to get an internship opportunity at the White House since July 1995. From there, her relationship with Bill Clinton started. After graduating from high school, Monica briefly attended Santa Monica Open University, then attended Lewis and Clark College in Oregon. It is said that through family connections, she managed to get a position for an unpaid internship at the White House. This is where the story of the Clinton-Lewinsky scandal begins. 3. After the relationship was revealed, Monica was very popular and being chased by various media. After the sex scandal was exposed in the big media, on January 21, 1998, Monica's life changed. She became the center of attention and discussion. Almost the whole world is curious about his figure. 4. This story is written in a book and is often shown on television. However, she is still struggling due to the huge cost of living. With her popularity, born a very best-selling biographical book entitled Monica's Story. She also got paid $1 million from an exclusive interview with the ABC TV station. Monica also launched a handbag brand, became a presenter, and even starred in advertisements. But the millions she got was never enough, because the court fees and living were so high. 5. Monica had isolated from the public spotlight for a decade because of the enormous pressure. In 2005, Monica isolated herself from the US media spotlight by moving to London. She studied and earned a master's degree in social psychology from the London School of Economics. 6. Even because of her bad reputation, Monica had a hard time getting a job. While hiding from the public spotlight, she has difficulty finding work because of his already bad reputation. Monica also lives on the move from New York, Portland, and London. 7. Exactly 20 years since the scandal was revealed, Monica is no longer working in the government environment. In 2014, she returned to the public eye by writing an essay entitled Shame and Survival for Vanity Fair magazine. She was also interviewed for the National Geography Channel program. Slowly but surely, Monica no longer hides herself from media attention. 8. Now, she is active as an anti-bullying activist. She has also been a speaker at a number of seminars and TED Talks to raise the issue. As someone who has a dark past and experienced severe bullying, Monica has great motivation in this issue. She has spoken at various seminars, such as the TED Talk and Forbes 30 Under 30 Summit, to emphasize the importance of the movement against bullying. 9. In 2015, she became an ambassador for the anti-bullying organization, Bystander Revolution, and is increasingly active in campaigning for this noble movement. To this day, Monica continues to be active and contributes to the anti-bullying campaign. She also became one of the ambassadors for the Bystander Revolution organization. On the sidelines of his activities, she still pursues the hobby of knitting. 10. Now, Monica becomes speakers, talks and writer. Apart from being a speaker at various seminars, Monica is also a regular contributor to Vanity Fair magazine. She looks happy, as seen from his uploads on social media. It was as if she had been born into a new Monica, who had found her purpose in life. Continued success. Monica, everyone has made mistakes and fell down in life, but the important thing is how to improve yourself and use the rest of your life for a better future. 12. Monica finally wants to get involved in Impeachment, American Crime Story, became a producer, vowing to retell the story from the perspective of the women involved. The creator of American Crime Story, Ryan Murphy, recently revealed that he'd decided against pursuing the series unless Monica was involved, and eventually managed to convince her to be a producer by vowing to retell the story from the perspective of the women involved. And, as the cover star of this month's issue of The Hollywood Reporter, along with Beanie Feldstein, who will play her in the series, Monica opened up about the weird and challenging experience of seeing past events played out in front of her. 13. Monica Lewinsky hired a therapist to watch Impeachment, American Crime Story. In fact, Monica revealed that she actually hired a therapist to sit beside her to help her control her emotions while she watched shows and recorded productions. But however uncomfortable the process made, Monica didn't shy away from allowing some of the more difficult moments from the affair to make it to screen. This is the reason that made Monica decide to open up her past trauma. Monica opened up about the trauma she experienced as a result of the affair going public, revealing that her reason for participating in the project was to ensure that we'd never see a scenario like hers play out again.